USA Network.
Is this the last one?
That's right.
Well, why don't we call it a day? You can go on home now if you want, Nora.
Okay, I'll just straighten up these files. Do you want this mail to go out tonight?
Oh, that would be great.
Hi, darling. Hi, Nora.
Dr. Kavanaugh?
I'm sorry I'm a bit late.
Oh, that's okay. I just got home myself.
Did you have a hard day at the studio?
Oh, it was busy. Oh, Nancy and we talked about her new news special.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the subject?
Well, we haven't decided yet. But since she is such a good crime reporter, I suggested that shoplifting might be an interesting topic in light of your recent experience.
That reminds me, Dr. Kavanaugh, what's the situation now with your new patient?
Well, as a matter of fact, I just had a drink with Derek Mallory. Apparently everything is being cleared up. She's being let off with a warning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The jeweler has agreed to drop the charges.
Well, great. I'm glad for her.
Yes, she's lucky to have such influential friends.
Excuse me, Miss Avery.
Yes.
You do remember me, don't you?
Of course. You're, Chief,
Derek Mallory?
Right. Oh, my memory wouldn't let me forget the name of Monticello's most handsome police officer.
Well, I've got a good memory for faces myself. And I've got a good memory for diamond bracelets, too.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Miss Avery, what is this doing on your arm?
How's Jody? What'd she do today?
She's beside herself, poor kid. She went to the county jail this morning to see Gavin.
Oh, Lord, what a difficult thing to have to do.
I know. I just don't know how she manages to hang on through this whole mess. It's just sheer determination that keeps her going. Plus her sense of loyalty.
Runs in her family. Did you talk to her after she saw Gavin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she called the studio. She didn't sound much happier. What else there's always this note of pleading in her voice, and there is nothing we can do to help her.
Yeah, but we do help her by standing by her. She knows that. She feels reassured by it. We just have to keep on
I
reassuring.
know, but it's just so frustrating to have to sit by and watch her take all these blows.
I know. Where is she now?
Oh, she went to Sid's Tavern. A friend called her up and asked her to come by and visit. I thought it was a great idea, so I told her to go ahead.
Hello. One moment, please. For you, Dr. Kavanaugh.
Thank you. Yes, hello. Derek, where are you?
I'm still at the Carlton.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, something very interesting happened just a few minutes after you left. I thought you might want to know about it.
Know about what?
Has to do with your friend, Miss Avery.
My patient, Miss Avery.
Yeah, well, anyway, she came waltzing in here very nonchalantly, plopped herself down by herself, has a drink.
There's nothing very surprising about that, is there? The Carlton's a popular watering spot. I mean, for a lot of people, you and me included.
Miles, she's wearing the bracelet, the same bracelet she stole yesterday.
She's what?
And frankly, I think she's finding this all much too amusing.
Oh, damn it all. All right, I'll be right over there. Oh, I thought that was the end of it.
The end of what?
Jinx Avery has done it again.
Done what?
Apparently she is on the take again. I gotta get over there.
Get over where?
Where I just left Derek about a half an hour ago.
Miles, honey, you can't go. We're going out to dinner with Mike and Nancy. We've made
Sorry,
reservations.
it's just something I think I have to do, sweetheart. I've got to see what I can do to help.
Well, how long will you be gone?
Not very long. Look, the Carlton is very close to the coach house, so why don't you go and meet Mike and Nancy there, all right? I may even arrive before you, okay?
Well, all right.
He really is devoted to his patients, isn't he? At least to one of them.
To all of them, Nora. I'm sorry. I have to go change if I want to be ready in time for dinner. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, Mrs. Kavanaugh. The perfect couple.
Go.
Oh, dear.
Bobby,
What's something wrong?
I ordered the upside-down cake.
Yeah, the flip, remember?
I'm sorry. I'm out to lunch. I'm just not with it tonight. I'll get it right this time.
Hey, it's okay. You know, everybody has bad days.
Anyway, I've made worse mistakes than this. I still don't know the difference between chopped steak and pot roast.
Is there a difference?
Oh, yeah. Customer tried to explain the difference to me the other day. I haven't seen him in here since.
Okay, one upside-down cake coming up. Sid, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I can't even get a dessert order straight.
What's wrong, Bobby?
Oh, let me get this order in. But I'd like to talk to you later.
Sure, kid. And take it easy, meanwhile. Listen, it's not the end of the road making a mistake, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I really think you should come with me tonight. I think you'd have a great time.
How now, brown cow?
Hey, it's not very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mitzi, I didn't mean that you were a brown cow. How now, brown cow is an exercise that you use to perfect your vowels.
How interesting. So you do know something about acting lessons.
Yes, I know I don't want to take any.
Well, you never know. You might enjoy it so much that you'll end up signing up for classes. No, really, and who knows? Maybe you'll pick up some tips on performing in front of a jury.
I know how to perform in front of a jury. And a trial lawyer has to be an actor, yes, but there's a difference.
Well, sure there is. You get verdicts instead of reviews.
No, you deal with real people. You know, now that you mention it, I always thought I'd be pretty good on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. I feel silly.
Like I said, maybe you can pick up some tips on performing.
No thanks.
Besides, I really want you to meet my acting teacher. I think he's wonderful, Cliff. I do.
Oh, you do? Oh. You know, it would be interesting meeting this guy you spend so much time talking about. What's his name?
Jim Diedrichson. You heard of him?
Yes, I have. I can't remember where.
The green flag is raised on Grand Am Racing 1986, the Riverside 300. At 10 Eastern, Tuesday on USA.
It was a nightmare. 22 people. I cooked all day. It was awful.
The food?
The spots on my glasses. Even the silverware had spots.
Spots.
Spots for 22 people. I felt like a unmade bed.
Nothing's worse than a dishwasher full of spotty dishes. That's why you need Cascade. Cascade sheeting action leaves dishes virtually spotless. And when they're virtually spotless...
I did it right this time. Cascade.
Beautiful.
For virtually spotless dishes, nothing beats Cascade.
We're in New Orleans at world-famous Arnaud's restaurant. Tonight, we're secretly replacing the fine coffee they usually serve with dark, sparkling Folgers crystals. Will it be rich enough for our special guests?
This is the best coffee I've had in a long time.
What?
Definitely was very rich. Rich flavor. It was very good.
What would you say if I told you that it was Folgers Crystals?
Folgers Crystals, as in instant? We've never had instant coffee this good. Will they just sell it to the restaurants, or can I buy it at home? I will buy it at home.
That's extraordinary.
This is what diners at world-famous Arnaud's restaurant told us about Folgers crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
Another school play?
Uh-huh.
Are you the lead?
Better.
Then you better clean up your act.
Huh?
Stage blood, makeup, chocolate cream pie.
Oh, no.
Act 2 is the laundry room. All in the same temperature?
It's all one costume.
But they're different clothes.
So?
So, this shirt goes in hot, these pants in warm, and this scrubby vest goes in colder, fade.
3 detergents?
Just one, all temperature tier. See? Hot, warm, cold.
This in cold?
All temperature tier.
Hey,
Hey, everything's clean.
You're not the hero and you're not the villain. I thought you had a lead role.
Better. I'm the lead horse.
Oh,
Nay!
3 temperatures, 1 great clean. That's today's all-temperature cheer.
Now how to do?
It's perfect.
Bravo!
Well, if at first you don't succeed, listen, thanks for putting up with me tonight.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it. If you need anything else, let me know. Hey. Sid, can I talk to you? Got a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Sid, I'm awful sorry about it, but I'm giving you my notice. I'm leaving the tavern.
Leaving? What do you mean, Bobby? Look, you just got back into the swing of things tonight. So you made a mistake, so you're having an off night.
No, it's not that I'm having an off night. It's really something else. Look, I feel really bad about it. You've been really, really good to me. But I warned you when I came back that it would only be temporary this time.
Yeah, I know you did. All the same, I was hoping you'd stay on. Got kind of used to having you around. Well, I mean, except for that business with Gavin Wiley, you've been with me since the very beginning.
Yeah, I know. And like I said, I feel really bad about it.
So, what are you gonna do? Where are you going?
Well, I thought, maybe I'd work in a private home for a change.
Private home. That could be pretty boring.
Maybe. But I got an offer I can't refuse.
Well, I'm certainly not going to stand in your way of a better position, Bobby. It's just that it's well, it's a puzzle to me.
Sid, this...
Yeah,
What'd you do?
yeah. I better get back over to the Robertson table. He's making his usual fuss about the check.
You know, I was telling Jody maybe we were wrong. Maybe Sky faked us out. Maybe he had 2 different watches.
Or maybe, could it play 2 different tunes?
No, we made sure about that. You see, the watch that Mike Carr and Derek Mallory saw only plays 1 tune, Old Lang Syne. But if there's 2 different watches that look the same... Bobby, the watch that you saw today, did it have Sky Whitney's initials on the cover?
I couldn't see it well enough to tell.
No, you see, if he's got 2 different watches, he might be keeping one home in a drawer and keeping Gunther's watch on him.
Gavin, why aren't you telling this to the DA?
Jody tried to prove it once. There's no way they're gonna believe me now.
Yeah, but if you tell them there's another watch...
Yeah, but I can't prove it, Bobby. No, I can't do that. See, the only way they're gonna believe it is if they have that watch on a table in front of their eyes, and how can I do that locked up in here?
Bobby, hey. Oh, Jody, hi. Do you want anything? No. So what is this all about? What do you want to talk to me about? You sounded very mysterious when you phoned me at home. Yeah, well, I wanted to talk to you in person. Telephone sometimes has more than one ear. Now, I'm really curious. Okay. First of all, I wanted to tell you that I'm not going to be able to keep in touch with you for a while. And I won't be able to see Gavin in jail anymore. Matter of fact, it'd be better if the 2 of you forget you even knew me. It's just too dangerous.
Bobby, Gavin and I, we didn't mean to hurt you. Is that what this is all about?
No, of course not.
Well, then why are you doing this?
I'm going to another job.
You mean you're leaving Sid's?
Yeah. Raven Whitney offered me a job at the Whitney Mansion.
You're gonna work for the Whitneys?
Jody, don't you see? If I'm in that house all the time, I might be able to find out if Sky Whitney really has 2 old pocket watches.
Crisco Oil's light taste brings remarkable lightness to bacon.
Remarkably light, ooh, delightfully light. Ah, moist flavor bakes us light. Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Next to corn oil, specially made Crisco Oil looks lighter, is lighter, but it's really Crisco's light taste that lets all the delicate flavor come through, with no oily taste and no cholesterol.
Deliciously, Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
These are
to the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Super Stick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. In natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
With my lifestyle, I need to spend my time wisely. So when I watch television, I watch Memphis Cablevision. One of my favorites is the Lifetime channel.
A woman's life is full of challenges, and the Lifetime channel can help women make the most of them. Lifetime brings you and your family health and fitness programs, shows that explore the demands and joys of being a parent, plus the latest information on everything from fashion and style to career development and personal growth.
Cablevision makes my television time quality time.
What would your life be like without wood? Presented by the Lumbermen's Club of Memphis, the hardwood capital of the world.
Forward to seeing Miles and Nicole, yes, but I'm a bit apprehensive, Mike.
Because of Jody?
Yes. It's going to be a little delicate. After all, Gavin was just arrested today.
Well, I'm sure they both realize that we're not the enemy camp.
Of course we're not.
All we want to do is see that Gavin gets out of this mess in the best way possible.
Is there a best way, Mike?
Well, there are extenuating circumstances in the case, and I'm sure Gavin's defense will point that out to the jury.
Oh, is Cliff defending him?
That's right.
Do you think he'll do a good job?
Yes, I do. And Cliff really needs a spotlight case now that he's on his own. For too long, too many people in this town considered Draper the senior member of that team.
That's right. It is a new team, isn't it? What's the name of his new partner?
Dee Dee Bannister.
Right.
And I think they're going to work out very well together. But it's going to take more than a good team to beat our case against Gavin.
You mean you think they'll have to call on the sympathy of the jury to make sure that he's not given a long term in prison?
Long or short, that's where he's going to be.
Hi there.
Hello.
Kelly?
My. That was Monticello's best dressed couple.
Flattery, flattery.
But true. So how come you're so casually dressed? Don't you have a date with Valerie tonight?
No, Valerie has a dinner date tonight. She's dining with Jim Diedrichson.
Good. Maybe that'll give her an opportunity to spring that test question about the old caretaker in that Lucerne clinic.
Didn't you hear about that? She already has.
I'm sorry, Mike. I forgot to tell you. She called him when she came to see me at the studio.
Well. You both know something I don't know. What happened?
Well, he passed the test with flying colors. He was able to recall the pet name they had for the little caretaker in Lucerne. So instead of being a 24-karat phony, I guess he's just a 14-karat fake.
Well, Kelly, you should feel some relief. For Valerie's sake, anyway.
The only thing that would make me feel relief would be if the guy'd never come back into her life at all.
I know it's kind of bare right now, but by the time I finish with it, it's going to be more than adequate for the acting classes and for the productions that we're going to do here.
Are you going to do a lot of renovating?
No, I don't have to. See these little platforms I built for the stage? Yeah, I'm going to probably drape it later on.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm going to put spotlights up on 2 stanchions and probably run a border across the ceiling, and then down I'm going to put a light control box over in that corner.
Oh, well, what about seating for your audience?
Oh, well, I'll just rent folding chairs when that time comes.
I think it's a great beginning.
I do too. I think this place is fine.
So, what about students?
The enrollment has been very good. We have 5 pupils.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, who are they?
We have 1 cab driver. We have 2 secretaries. We have 1 moving man, complete with muscles. And we have a waitress.
I guess that just goes to show there's a little ham in everyone, isn't there?
Yeah. We act all the time, every day. So I figured Might as well just hone a little bit of it down for the stage. I mean, they've all had some experience. Yeah, come on in.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Mitzi, we were just talking about you.
So glad. This is my friend Cliff Nelson. Cliff,
Hi,
this
Cliff.
is Jim.
Hi, Jim. Nice to meet you. Hi. You know Valerie, don't you, Valerie?
Yes. Yeah, Cliff is one of my old friends. How are you?
Fine, Valerie. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Hi, Valerie.
Oh, you know Mitzi Martin.
Yeah, we know each other. How are you?
I'm fine. You know, you really do take wonderful pictures. I've been by your photo studio. Well, maybe next time I won't go by it, I'll go in.
Oh, well, I hope you do. I'd really like that.
Wait a minute. Of course. Yes, Jim Diedrichson. Yes, this is your friend from Switzerland, right? I read it in the newspaper. He had plastic surgery done at her father's place in Lucerne.
How dramatic. It's almost like a play.
Well, it's a play that had a happy ending.
And you see, I told you. I'm so glad you came along with me tonight.
I am too. The more the merrier.
Oh, no. I'm just with Mitzi. Oh, I'm not an actor. I'm a lawyer.
Oh, well, I happen to be involved with law for a time myself.
Really?
Were you really?
Yes.
You see, Cliff? Now, I knew you guys were going to have something in common.
Well, what led you astray?
Well, I don't know if I'd call it a stray or not. I went to law school in California, and then I decided to join the Marines during the war. Then I came back. I could have gone back to school on veteran benefit, but I decided not to, that theater was what I really wanted.
I think Cliff would make a great actor.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I mean, he's such a flamboyant personality. He's probably one of the most theatrical people I've ever met.
Thanks, I think.
Well, you're more than welcome to audit any of the classes anytime.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, this could be fun.
I told you. And interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim, you know, I'd really love to sit in on the class sometime. Just to observe, of course.
Well, you never know what kind of hidden talents lie within there. Maybe I could get you up on stage. We could do a love scene
You know the one thing I hate about playing Rachel on Another World? Working 17 hours a day and missing all the other shows I love. So I've got friends I trust to keep me up to date at Soap Opera Digest. Only Soap Opera Digest has day-by-day synopses of all 19 daytime and primetime soaps. But Soap Opera Digest has even more. You don't just follow the shows you love, you stay ahead of them. Because Soap Opera Digest takes you behind the cameras with the kind of information that nobody but the writers, producers, and stars know. You get sneak peeks and predictions of what's going to happen in future episodes. The stars trust Soap Opera Digest, and so do over 1 million readers. Call now for Soap Opera Digest. You'll love what you've been missing.
Call toll-free 1-800-USA-1000. You'll get 15 issues of Soap Opera Digest, and you can pay 3 easy installments of only $5.99 each. Call now toll-free 1-800-USA-1000. 1-800-USA-1000.
These are the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Superstick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. In natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
She first let her hair down in the 60s.
I always said I was going to be a star, that I was going to be a singer.
And has been electrifying audiences ever since. On the next cover story, meet the extraordinary Melba Moore.
Dr. Simpson is an animal. An animal doctor.
Actress, singer, and comedian Melba Moore on the next cover story. At 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on USA, Saturday.
You got here in a hurry.
Well, I just hung up the phone and walked out the door. Now, what is this all about?
Dr. Kavanaugh, fancy meeting you here.
Miss Avery here has a real sense of humor.
I do think you need a sense of humor, don't you? How in the world can you survive without it?
Well, suppose we cut the comedy for now so I can find out what's going on. There?
Before, when I asked her about that bracelet, she gave me nothing but evasive answers. So I called you. I thought maybe you could get the truth. After talking to you, she tells me she bought the bracelet. She has the receipt for it.
You bought it?
Yes. And what's wrong with that? I took it in the first place because I thought it was beautiful. Since I can't have it by stealing it, I decided to buy it. Now you tell me what's wrong with that. The jeweler didn't seem to object, so why should you?
Well, you might have said something before I got Miles down here. You might have saved me a hassle. I will say goodnight.
By all means.
I'll leave her to you. I will talk to you later.
So long,
Uh-oh. You're mad at me.
Darn right I am. Come on, Jinx, you gotta cut this kind of thing out. I mean, you may enjoy these practical jokes, but they really are not funny.
Don't you see? Life has played one big practical joke on me. I just want to get a little something in return. Don't you understand?
Well, what return did you get?
Certain satisfaction. It wasn't just a coincidence. I saw you and Chief Mallory come in here. I thought it would be funny to dangle my bracelet in front of Mr. Law and Order. You should have seen his face. He was thunderstruck. It was absolutely hilarious. I'm really scared.
Defending champ John McEnroe still wants to be number uno. He'll be back at the Omni in Atlanta, not to bear gifts, not to play Santa. He'll be there to defend his title. And Elite 8 stars will not be idle. So join USA and AT&T. 3 days excitement, just wait and see. Beginning tomorrow at 11 ET on USA.
This is USA.
Then you do not wish to order now, Mr. Carr?
Not yet, Emilio. We're still missing one member of our party.
And if he doesn't get here soon, we're going to starve to death. There's a story for you, Nancy. 3 starve at Coach House.
No. Amelia, why don't you bring some hors d'oeuvres to the table?
That's a good idea, Mrs. Carr. And would you care for another drink, perhaps?
No, thank you.
No, not for me either, thank you.
Thanks, Emilio.
I feel so awful about this. Keeping you from your dinner?
Oh, don't be silly, Nicole. You should be used to Miles being late.
Well, yes, I'm used to it, but I hate to inflict it on you.
Well, we understand about doctor's obligations. Besides, we're quite happy with present company.
Well, thank you. But the real problem is that this isn't really a medical obligation. It's something that, well, it's more in your line, Mike.
Oh? What do you mean?
I mean crime. Nancy, you remember that patient I told you about this afternoon?
The shoplifter?
Yes, well, the call that Miles got wasn't from the hospital. It was from Derek Mallory.
Don't tell me she was arrested again.
Well, I don't really know. All I know is that there's been some kind of trouble.
Call for you, Mrs. Cavanaugh.
Oh, good heavens. I wonder who that is. Thank you. Hello?
Nicole, I'm really sorry about all of this.
Miles, please, don't waste time apologizing. Just hurry up and get here. We're about to chew the silverware.
Well, it's not that simple. Why don't you and the cars go ahead and order dinner? I'll be lucky if I make it by the dessert course.
Why not, honey? What's happening?
Things got a little bit complicated. I had to take my patient home.
We're here.
Hi. Hi, Cliff.
Hi, partner. Good to see you hitting the old law books.
Yeah. How can you watch TV? Stunts your growth.
Mitzi, I get some of my best ideas watching the crime shows. Where have you two been? The movies?
Nope.
We've been to acting school.
Both of you?
Well, that's where I get my best ideas. Actually, I was there as an observer. I was picking up some words of wisdom, helpful hints on technique, stuff like that.
We had fun. You should have come along.
Nobody asked me.
Oh. Well, I'll ask you next time. Chocolate ice cream?
Anyway, Mitzi, I've got enough to learn in the law business.
Oh, you would have had a good time. Like, Cliff had a good time. And he's a lawyer.
But Cliff already knows all there is to know about the law. He can afford to develop his other talents.
I don't think there's anything wrong with lawyers taking acting classes.
Really? Why?
Well, let's face it. You both got to get up in front of the jury and perform.
Oh, I don't agree with you, Cliff.
Well, look, it's a kind of acting, isn't it? I mean, we've got to make those jurors feel something, even if it's just that we're sincere. Actors got to do the same thing to an audience.
Cliff, I may not have been a trial lawyer as long as you have. But in my humble opinion, any lawyer who has to act in a courtroom either hasn't done his homework or just doesn't know his job.
Well, when you have been a trial lawyer as long as I have, Miss Bannister, you realize it's very important, especially when you have a tough case like the one we have.
Yeah, he's been telling me about this one, Dee Dee.
Oh, he has he?
Yeah, well, hey, don't worry about it. I mean, it's nothing I haven't read in the newspaper. I just don't know how you're going to get this guy off. I mean, he says he killed the guy. Unless you use the crime of passion defense.
Well, one thing's for sure. It's going to take a lot more than acting lessons to get Gavin Wiley acquitted.
Well, it's going to take persuasion, isn't it? I've got to be able to make those jurors laugh and cry.
In the right places, I hope.
I've got to be able to prove that not only was Gavin Wiley right in pulling that trigger, but each and every one of those jurors would have done the exact same thing. Now that is going to take acting.
Have you signed up for this school, Cliff?
Of course not.
I think you should, though. And I think you should come along, too. I think you really like my acting teacher.
It's obvious that you do. What did you say his name was again?
Jim Diedrichson. He's really one... He's okay.
If you ladies will excuse me.
Mitzi, how many are in your class so far?
Well, not too many. You see, he's very particular. He's only looking for people with professional potential.
That sounds encouraging.
See, it's not just an acting school. It's an acting company, a repertory theater.
He sounds very ambitious.
He's wonderful. I have a really good feeling about him. I mean, there's something about him that's so genuine.
You know what I want?
What?
I want my own theater, my own company. I even have a name for it.
Oh, let me guess. The Jim Diedrichson Playhouse.
No. The Maskers.
Oh, Jim, please don't do that. It reminds me too much of Switzerland.
You don't like being reminded of that, do you?
It's not because of you.
Well, we were very different people back then.
Yeah, we were. You wore a different mask, and I had the innocent face of a schoolgirl.
You still do. And you're more beautiful now than you were then.
I think we better go. It's getting late.
Okay. What'd you think of Betty? That girl that read Shakespeare.
Well, she seems sort of nervous.
She was hopeless. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to say no.
Oh, but it wasn't an easy scene, Jim.
Wasn't it? The words are so magical. I didn't understand how she could make them look so uninspired. Try it.
Me?
Yeah.
No thanks.
There's no class here. There's nothing to be nervous about. Come on.
Yeah, well, you're an audience, and a very critical one, too.
I'm never gonna be critical of you. Go on.
All right. Live with me, and be my love, and we will all the pleasures prove that hills and valleys, dales and fields, and all the craggy mountains yield. There we will sit upon the rocks and see the shepherds feed their flocks. Oh, Jim.
That was fine. And there I will make thee a bed of roses, of 1,000 fragrant posies, and a hat of flowers and a kirtle, embroidered with leaves of myrtle, and a belt of straw with ivy buds, and a coral cables and ivory studs. And if these pleasures do thee move, then live with me. Be my love.
Enjoy music video for grown-up tastes. Heartlight City at 11 a.m. Eastern on USA tomorrow.
You want to join this sorority? Start washing. This is cold bacon grease. I'll be here till I graduate.
Not if you're smart. We use Dawn. Look, Dawn scatters grease, lifts it away, helps keep it away.
Looking good. You forgot to wash this. After all those greasy dishes?
Uh-huh.
This looks as clean as the first, and my hands don't feel greasy. Great! Now you can do the laundry.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
We're in New Orleans at world-famous Arnaud's restaurant. Tonight, we're secretly replacing the fine coffee they usually serve with dark, sparkling Folgers crystals. Will it be rich enough for our special guests?
This is the best coffee I've had in a long time.
What?
Definitely was very rich. Rich flavor. It was very good.
What would you say if I told you that it was Folgers Crystals?
Folgers crystals? As in instant? We've never had instant coffee this good.
Will they just sell it to the restaurants, or can I buy it at home? I will buy it at home.
That's extraordinary.
This is what diners at world-famous Arnaud's restaurant told us about Folgers crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Greetings from camp. Hiya, Watma. Swimming school here. But this place is not like home. I miss your nice fresh pillowcases.
You miss Downy, it's so pleasing. April freshness, that's one reason. Downy softness, that's another. Downy freshness makes a difference, love your mother.
April Fresh Downy.
It was a nightmare. 22 people. I cooked all day. It was awful. The food? The spots on my glasses. Even the silverware had spots. Spots? Spots for 22 people. I felt like a unmade bed.
Nothing's worse than a dishwasher full of spotty dishes. That's why you need Cascade. Cascade sheeting action leaves dishes virtually spotless. And when they're virtually spotless,
I did it right this time. Cascade, beautiful.
for virtually spotless dishes, nothing beats Cascade.
Then there's this one, Cliff, where the judge ruled that the particular sensitivity or temperament of the killer must not be taken into account.
Oh, yes. Michael used this one on us, the reasonable man theory.
Hey, does anybody want another flavor of ice cream? Coffee, maybe?
Oh, I'm full. Oh, I gotta go. I got a lot to do tomorrow.
Okay, I'll bring my notes in the morning.
Yeah, would you return the book, too? I haven't paid for it yet.
I'll remember.
Hey, Cliff, thank you for coming with me to school tonight. It was really nice.
I had a good time. I might come back again.
Well, I just hope I don't have to miss any classes.
Why'd you have to miss classes?
Because, well, Bobby's quitting.
What do you mean Bobby's quitting? She can't. I need her as a witness.
Well, she just left all of a sudden. Got a job in a private home. So it looks like I may have to work more evenings now.
A private home? Whose?
I don't know. All I know is that she's gone and Sid is not too happy about it. However, why don't you come by the restaurant tomorrow? Cheer her up and I'll fix you a cheap dinner.
Gotta watch my pennies.
But just wait. Wait till you win this case and you are a famous criminal lawyer.
Like Perry Mason! All I gotta do is just win this case. Oh, see you later. Roast beef would be fine.
So long, big guy.
See you, partner.
He's so adorable. Yeah. You don't look like you had a very good time tonight, did you, Dee Dee?
Mitzi, I'm a dedicated career woman. I'm not supposed to have a good time.
He was busy, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was busy.
Hey, mister, you want to buy something?
Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. What you got to sell?
I got anything you need. I got a regular drugstore here, all your favorite flavors.
Right. Well, what can I get for about, say, $20?
Oh, I can get you a nice lid for about 30.
Yeah, I'm not interested in joints.
Well, I can give you a nickel bag.
How much?
20 will do just fine.
I got a deal. Yeah, I think this is it.
Enjoy, enjoy. Hey!
Don't breathe too hard, sucker!
Hey, take it easy, take it easy. Look, if you want the money, it's only $20. Here, take it. I mean, I can get more for my blood at Red Cross, you know what I mean?
I don't want your lousy $20. I'd rather have your blood.
Who are you supposed to be, man? Dracula?
I'll tell you who I am, Joker. I'm the guy who owns this turf. You ever make another score here, it'll be your last.
Yeah, well, I'm new here. I'm sorry.
You're gonna be dead here if I see your mangy face again. You understand?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Good. Now then, take your score just so as you remember what I told you.
Hold it, punk! I'm a police officer.
Hey, come on, give me a break. You're hurting me. Hey, brutality!
I didn't think you'd be so delicate.
Huh? I always carry a spare.
Right there, buddy.
So do I.
Okay, put your hands behind your back.
Come on, this is a frame. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to talk to him at the police station. How's that?
It's not a him, it's a her.
Oh, no, don't remind me. Dee Dee Bannister, that's where I know this punk from. She got him off last time.
Oh, no. She kicked me out this time, too, Joker. So you're just wasting your time.
Well, looks like you got a chance to see Dee Dee again, huh? Well, I'm sure you'll be able to handle that. All right, come on. Come on.
P.S. I love you.
Progresso Soup, I love you, for your minestrone.
I love you for your chicken noodle. The best tasting soup.
This side of my soup.
P.S. Progresso Soup, I love you. Nothing gets out every stain, but Era Plus gets out many of the toughest with the power of protein. Era Plus.
What exclusive wedding story is revealed by Bill Cosby's TV bride? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
What's the simple way to find success? This week's National Enquirer tells you. When are you protected without a written warranty? Which foods make you happier and healthier?
It's in the Enquirer.
Did Joan Collins talk Linda Evans into saying yes to marriage? The untold story is in the Inquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
I'm Charles Schwab. Over 1 million investors who make their own investment decisions trade with us. Here are a few reasons why.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Nick. Had to phone my broker.
Your broker? It's 9 p.m.
Right. Well, I can place an order anytime. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You see, my broker's Charles Schwab.
Oh, hold it, Dave. Isn't Schwab a discount broker?
Sure. Schwab saves me as much as 70% on commissions.
And you can place an order 24 hours a day?
Yeah, any day of the week. My order will be at the stock exchange when the market opens tomorrow. Well, we're making our presentation.
Well, the service and discounts sound great. Maybe it's time for me to give Schwab a call.
For a free booklet on how you can save up to 76% on brokerage commissions, call 800-445-4500, toll free. That's 800-445-4500. Charles Schwab, a Bank America company, member SIPC.
No, the idea didn't come from either one of us. It was Geraldine who thought of it.
Yes, Geraldine is a secret insomniac, it seems. So she spends a lot of time listening to late-night radio.
And obviously, she likes talk shows.
Yes, I think Larry King. She's been listening to him for about a year or so now. She really enjoys him.
I've heard of it. Since it's the only national radio talk show, it must have something going for it.
Larry King, obviously. Anyway, since he's going to be in Monticello in a couple of days, Geraldine thought it might be fun for the audiences to see the man behind that disembodied voice.
Clever idea. Besides, you like to question people, Nancy.
Yes, I do. Although, you know, he is so good, I'm afraid he's going to turn the table for me. Nicole, maybe you ought to be doing it.
No. That's more in your line. You're doing the special features. I'll just deliver the news. Along with George Baker and a few other people.
Obviously, the other people are handling it for you tonight.
Yes, they are. I had to make special arrangements for that because I was so looking forward to this dinner.
Sorry, it's such a disappointment.
Oh, no, Mike. I didn't mean that. It's not your fault. You've both been so wonderful.
Well, you know, it isn't Miles' fault, Nicole. Really, because obviously this matter must have turned out to be something more of a medical matter than you thought. I mean, maybe the woman became ill.
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean,
what?
No, I didn't mean that. I just don't even know what I meant. I just feel so sad about the whole thing, that's all.
Excuse me, Mrs. Cavanaugh?
Nora! Good heavens, what on earth are you doing here? Something wrong?
No, I just realized that after I'd finished typing that FCC memo, you wanted to look at it and you wanted me to leave it behind. I forgot I brought it with me, stupidly.
No.
I'm sorry, we haven't...
Oh, please. Nancy and Mike Carr, this is Nora Fulton.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Hello.
Hello. Well, I took it with me to correct it at home. I'm sorry. I know it's very important to you.
Nora, it wasn't that important, but well, thank you. I'm sorry you went to so much trouble.
It wasn't, really. I mean, I wasn't doing anything important. I was just having dinner at the Carlton. As a matter of fact, I saw Dr. Cavanaugh there.
Well, yes, I know. He went there to see a patient of his.
No, I don't think so. I mean, she certainly didn't look sick. No, the woman he was with...
It was his patient, Nora. It was Miss Avery.
Of course. The actress, of course. I should have guessed it. I mean, she's so beautiful. Well, listen, I'm interfering with your dinner. Nice to meet you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. Well, goodbye, Nora. Thank you for bringing this again.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I really am. I didn't mean to fall apart that way.
No, you are entitled to at least one good cry, Jinx. As a matter of fact, you're entitled to as many as you want.
I'm just glad it didn't happen in front of Mr. Law and Order.
You mean Chief Mallory? Why not? Afraid you'll hurt your reputation as Monticello's newest criminal mastermind?
No. I just didn't want him to see me cry. I don't want anyone to see me cry. Don't you understand?
Yes, of course I do.
The only reason I could do it in front of you was because... well, because you know the truth. And I know you'll never, never tell anyone, will you?
I made you that promise, didn't I?
Yeah. I just thought that you might be tempted to break it. Especially tonight. When you thought that I might have committed another daring daylight burglary.
What you committed was an act of downright foolishness. Now, really taunting the chief of police with that bracelet of yours and making him believe that you stole it instead of bought it.
Well, it was worth it. Just to see the look on his face. but not the look on yours.
What's wrong with my look?
Nothing's wrong with your looks, Doctor. In fact, that sad, gentle expression of yours makes it very hard on a dying girl.
Look, stop that, please. Don't use words like dying.
Well, it describes me.
It describes the whole human race if you want to be technical about it.
Had you told them about it yet, Doc?
The human race? No.
Well, good. I don't want you to tell anyone anything about me either. Because no matter how long I have to live, I won't live with pity. Is that clear?
Yes, it's very clear. I think there's something you'd better know. I have told one other person.
You haven't. You swore to me that you wouldn't tell anybody.
The person I told is someone very close to me, and I mentioned your case before I made you that promise.
Your wife?
Yes. And I promise you one thing, she will keep the confidence. Any facts about your case will not go any farther.
It's funny, you know. I don't mind you knowing. But her knowing. I hate her for that.
No, you wouldn't hate Nicole, not if you knew her.
Well, I don't want to get to know her, thank you. You see, I don't have a lot of time to make a whole new circle of friends.
All right, I understand.
I didn't mean you, Doctor. God knows, I've never needed anybody like I need you. You're the only person that makes me feel secure right now.
Well, then why not change your mind?
About what?
About visiting me regularly at the office, maybe once a week. Will you do that?
Well, maybe I'll see you even more than that, Dr. Kavanaugh.
What are you doing here?
I thought I'd pay you a friendly visit, Spencer. I wanted to see where you worked.
It's not a good idea, Nora.
I don't think so at all. I wanted to see the place where Gunther worked before you took his job.
Daddy, what's Vietnam?
What's Vietnam? A question a child might ask, but not a childish question. A question that in the past has led not to answers, but only to other questions. What were we fighting for? Why didn't we just drop the bomb? How could we fight an enemy we couldn't even see?
Did all those people die?
Time Life Books and Boston Publishing present The Vietnam Experience, the series designed to answer the nagging questions.
Did we win the war, Daddy?
Each volume looks at the war from every point of view. No matter where you stood, you'll gain new insights into your own position, as well as those you may have opposed. You'll attend secret meetings at the White House and walk into an ambush to draw enemy fire. From Khe Sanh to Chicago to Saigon, you'll be there, learning much you didn't know about Vietnam, and much you didn't know about America.
Why did we fight the war, Daddy?
Call toll-free and start putting the Vietnam experience into focus with Combat Photographer. You'll see what it was like over there from a perspective the media couldn't provide. An historic perspective that only now are we able to consider. It is important that we honor and remember those who gave their lives for our country. But honoring isn't enough. Remembering isn't enough. We must answer the question, what's Vietnam? For ourselves and for the next generation.
Will I have to fight in a war, Daddy?
To order your first book, call now, 1-800-228-1010. It will be sent to you free for 10 days. Keep it and pay just $14.95 plus shipping and handling. Others will follow about one every other month. Keep the ones you want, cancel anytime. So call 1-800-228-1010.
You shouldn't have come here, Nora. I'm not supposed to have guests at the house. You should know that.
Mm-hmm. I know how it is in private homes.
Well, if you know what you're doing is wrong, would you please leave?
Where are your people tonight, Spencer? Oh, don't you hate that expression? Sylvia always used to use it at the Bowies. Her people. You think she owned them or something. In truth, they owned her just like they owned us.
Sorry, I don't feel that way. If you do, why don't you get out of the business?
I am out of it, Spencer. I'm a private secretary now. An executive assistant.
Oh, you're a troublemaker, Nora. You always were.
You still haven't told me where the Whitneys are tonight.
Mr. Whitney is at a business dinner. I don't know where his wife is, and Mrs. Saxon is upstairs sleeping, and I think you ought to go home and do the same thing.
This is really a fabulous house, isn't it? It really reminds me of the Bowies. You must be pretty happy here, Spencer.
Look, I don't want any fuss with you, Nora.
Too bad I couldn't have taken a job as Mr. Whitney's secretary. I bet we would have all been reunited. Has he got one?
No, he doesn't.
Does he have a maid or a cook?
They haven't hired a cook as yet, and they just fired the maid. It'd be the only job that'd be suitable for you around here.
Don't worry. I'm very happy where I am. Things are just starting to get interesting over at the Kavanaughs. Hey, have you heard about that gorgeous young actress Dr. Kavanaugh is involved with?
I'm not interested.
I bet it's not the first patient. He's a real handsome guy. But he's not getting away with it this time. I mean, I have Mrs. Kavanaugh's interests to look after now, don't I?
Get out of here, Nora. You're bad luck. I don't need you casting your evil spell on this house, too. I suggest you don't pull this again.
Oh, I was just about to ring.
Who might you be?
I'm the new maid.
You notice it when you don't have to.
On the next Saturday Nightmares, Chad Everett and Joseph Bottoms race against time to destroy the intruder within, followed by the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. Saturday.
This is the USA Network.